Hello. So today we will discuss another very important aspect of the data, and that is the data visualization. So last time we discussed different data visualization techniques, which are basically the linear plots and scatter plots in our matplotlib library. So today we will enhance the data visualization capabilities, or go towards the built-in data sets to visualize the available data. So the first library I will import is the matplotlib. So from matplotlib import scatterplot splt, that is the first library. And similarly, as I want to show or visualize different data sets, so the data set I am going to use here is the iris data set. So let me use the sklearn here. So from sklearn dot datasets import load underscore iris. Okay, so these are basically the two libraries I am going to use in this lecture. So let me run it. Okay, so after running it, let me import my data here. Let me call the iris data here. So data underscore iris is the load underscore iris. Okay, so that is the data, and let me remove the original data from here. So let me call it x equal to data underscore iris dot data. So that is the data, and y basically contains dot, it contains the targets. Okay, so now as I have all the data, which is the x, so I can see here that x basically composed of the sepal length, sepal width, and similarly the other two parameters here, petal length and petal width. Okay, similarly y is composed of the labels, which I can represent here as well. So now let me visualize the data set and let me see which parameters I have here. So data underscore iris dot features, feature name. So what are the feature name? These are basically sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width. So now let me visualize the sepal length with respect to the sepal width. So in order to do it, let me write x1 equal to the x comma, that is basically the first column here, so representing it with 0. Similarly, the other one here is x2, and here it is x1. Okay, so now these are basically the two features. So now let me plot them. So plt dot scatter plot. Okay, so what is the first one? That is the x1. The x2 is on the y axis. Okay, so when I will plot them, let me change the width of this. So line width, let me write it 5. Okay, so after writing it, I have to plt dot grid here. Okay, so now it will be like this one. So these are basically the, what are these? These are basically the representations of the sepal length with respect to the sepal width. So what are these characteristics are for? So I don't yet know that which are the features which are used for which class here. So let me write the color, which is represented by C, and write it with respect to the labels here. So when I will run it here, I will see that the colors of different items will be changed accordingly, but still I don't know that which color is the representation of which of the element here. And similarly, the plot here is also very tiny. So let me increase the size of my plot here. So let me increase the size. So plt dot figure, okay, so fig size equal to, let me use 12,8 here. So we can see here that the size of the figure is now increased. Similarly here I can also write, so in order to represent that which color is the representation of which of my class here, so let me write the plt dot color bar, okay, and running it, I can very easily see that the dark color here is basically the representation of 0. This greenish color or is the representation of 1, while yellowish color is the representation of 2. And what are those 0, 1 and 2? These are basically the data iris dot feature name, and these target names, and target names are setosa, versicolor and virginica. So this cluster is made of the setosa, while these greenish color are of versicolor, where virginica is basically composed of these yellow color scatters here. So that is for the iris dataset. Okay, so that's it for the iris dataset.